Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So let's solve the question for today. And the question for today is longest word in dictionary through deleting. So the question says that given a string and a string dictionary, we have to find the longest string in the dictionary that can be formed by deleting the characters of the given string. If there are more than one possible results, it says that we have to return the lexicographically smaller string, and if it's not possible, then we have to return an empty string. I hope the question is clear to everyone. The question says that given a string S and a dictionary D containing list of strings, we have to return by deleting some characters of the given string and see that if it can form a longest word that is present in the dictionary, and it has to be of the smallest lexicographical order. By this it means that if there are suppose two words like APP LE, like in this case apple, and suppose there is another word APP ZE, so we have to return APPLE as L comes before Z. So we have to return the smallest lexicographical order. Okay, I hope the question is clear. Now let's move to the approach for this question. Also, before moving to approach, let us see the given constraint. The constraints given to us are in this case are that the input will only contain the lowercase letters. Also, the size of the dictionary won't exceed 1000, and the length of all string in the input won't exceed 1000. So these are the constraints that are given to us for this question. Now let's move to approach for this question. As we can see, that question clearly mentions about only the deleting the number, deleting it, not adding or modifying the character, only deleting. So what we can get through this is we have to find or we have to check that if the given string or in the dictionary, what we have is suppose anything ABC comma AEF and so on, it is the given string the substring of the input string. So for every word in the dictionary we have to check that is it a substring of the input string. If yes, then what we have to do is we have to store it, and we will one by one traverse whole of the list and find the longest string. Also, keeping in mind that we have to return a lexicographical smaller string, we will also put a check for this. So I think the way we reach the approach for this question is clear. Let me explain it once again if it isn't clear to someone. So what we have to do is, in question it's clearly mentioned that let me show you question once again. Yeah, so here it's clearly written that in the string we have only by deleting some characters of the given string. So by deleting some characters of the input string, we have to see that if it can form the word in the dictionary. This we have to see, not we have to perform insertion in this case. So this can simply be done by if this is a substring of this string. This is what it means by deleting some characters, because if we delete some characters and finally we will get a small string, which is what we say a substring. So what we have to check is ALE a substring of the input string. So for every word in the dictionary we have to check that is it a substring of the input string. Okay, so first point what we have to see is the word we are traversing, suppose at ith position, at any position, is it a substring of given or input string, we can say input string S. Okay, like that. After this check, if it is a substring, then we will move to our second thing. What we have to check is that is the size of this string is greater. We will store it, and we will, if again we find another string, then we will check is the size is greater than the previous string what we have stored, or also we will check that is it lexicographically smaller. I hope this is clear why we are checking the substring and not doing anything else. I think it's clear to everyone right now that why we are going towards the substring point of view for this question. Okay. And is it lexicographically smaller? Okay. So let's focus on the main first part, that is how to check if a given string is a substring of another string. All right. So let's suppose we have an example. Suppose A P P L E, apple, a given string, and we have to check that this substring, that is A L E, if it is a substring of this string or not. So how we will be going to check it? One simple approach is we can take two pointers like I and J. Okay, so we will compare the first characters and we will see that if they are equal, then we will move I to one position, and if they are not equal, or in any other case J else, or in any other case J will move. So let me write it down like this. If S dot char at character at position I J is equals to str dot char at I, then what we will be doing is we will be just incrementing the I, and we will loop it, and for the rest cases only J will be incremented. And after this loop, what we will be check is that if the value of I is equal to the length of the string, that means that we have traversed whole of the string str and I is here like this. So we will check that if the value of I is equals to the length of the string, then we will able to know that this is a substring of the given string. Let us see how. CAPPLE and ALE. So we have J here, we have I here, and for loop J equals to 0, J less than let's say this is the given string S and the given string str. So J less than S dot length, and also we will be checking that and I is also less than str dot length and J plus plus. Okay. Okay. So let me write it again if there is any confusion. J equals to 0. I will be initialized here only. This is to check for the substring. Okay. And J less than S dot length. I'll writing in short. And I is less than str dot length and J plus plus. Okay, so we will put a check if S dot char at J is equals to str dot character at ith position. then we will simply increment I. Okay, and after this loop what we will check is if I is equals to the length str.length, then we will say that it's a substring, then we'll return true, else false. I hope this is clear, that how we are checking if a given string is a substring of the input string or not. Okay, we have seen how we are going to check for the given string substring or not. Now for the size, what will be stored, we will be taking an answer variable where we will be storing a result, and if the given string is a substring, then we will be comparing it with the answer, that if its length is bigger than or smaller than that, and likewise we will be storing the result. For the third case, what we have is if it's a lexigraphically smaller or not. For this case, we will put a check that we will compare their length. So it will be done using the compare to function in the Java. You can check for C++, there is one function, I don't know right now, but there is one function for C++ as well, where we can check, where we can compare the both string, and it will return negative, positive and zero values based on the result, and we can compare that which string is lexicographically smaller or not. For Java, this is the function compare to function that returns the lexicographically smaller substring. If it returns a negative number, then this is lexicographically smaller than this, and if it doesn't, then it is not lexicographically small. Okay, so I think the thing is clear to everyone. Now let's see the code for this question. Here is my main function, find the longest word, where I've got a string s and list of string d, dictionary that we say. I've taken one answer string as an empty string, and I have applied for each loop. For every string in the dictionary d, I will be checking if it is a subsequence. This is the function where I have both initialized the same thing that I have told in my video, that I'll be incrementing the thing, and at the end I'll be compare that if it's equal to its length, then I'll return true, else return false. So this is a program to find if a given string is a subsequence or not. Okay, so this will return me the value. If it's true, then I'll compare their both the lengths, and also I will see that if it is lexicographically smaller or not. If it's yes, if it's a negative, then I will just store it in my answer variable, and at the end I will return my answer variable. So wait a second. Yeah, so let's run it and see. So yeah, I hope the code is clear to everyone. Please like the video if you, and share it with your friends as well, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thanks for watching the video. Bye.